Yes. Yes. Science. Yes. Yes. Good. Research. Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello. So, welcome to Satisfactory. Welcome to my Pre-1.0 Satisfactory save. As many of you may or may not be aware, 1.0 has changed where a lot of things are in the world, and I will probably be better off starting a new factory rather than continuing with this old one, which is fine. But I just wanted to give you guys a little tour of what I had built before I wipe this world clean and start from scratch. This was my headquarters, or at least it was going to be. It was going to be my headquarters. I have all of these containers set up and ready so that all manufactured goods would be brought here as like a secondary storage. So they'll go wherever it is they're actually needed, but I produce a surplus, and the surplus was coming here. That was the goal. That was the goal. So I'd have a surplus of each item coming to me here. As you can see, this is how they would enter. The warehouse. And I wanted to go with a really nice, but like sort of airy and light-filled design. So I built this place. I was going to fill it up entirely, and I love the floodlights. I love how they kind of like, they leave pools of light, but also pools of darkness. I think that's really cool. But let me show you around. A few people on my Discord and on my channel have been asking for a base tour of my Satisfactory world. So let's have a look. So here's the space elevator, right? Here's the big old grand space elevator. You reach that by going over this rather large bridge. Don't worry, we'll get to all that in a minute. So there's the space elevator. I don't even remember where I was up to with it. Where was I up to? Oh yeah, phase 4. Okay, and I haven't got anything connected to it yet, do I? No, because the last thing I was doing before I stopped playing for a while, because I kind of burnt myself out on the game, I'm gonna be honest, but I built this place, I built the warehouse, and I built this, and I started building a massive central train station, and then I kind of burnt out on it and stopped playing. So I hadn't actually connected the space elevator to anything yet. And speaking of train station, I'll just run around here. So here is the train station. Again, unfinished. As you can see, like this side looks finished. But this side, that far side, not so much. So we've got two actual train stops. I think there's two. Is it two? Can I use jetpack again? There we go. Yes, I've got 2 actual train stops, one of which is actually set up and is receiving goods, I think. I think it's receiving goods. The train might just be running regardless. What have you got on you? Oh yeah, it goes to that factory way over there. What have you got? What are you bringing in? You're bringing in... Oh wow. Those are crystal oscillators. Right, that's the crystal oscillator factory way over there. Way over there. Alright, this is all unfinished. Man, I don't want to lose this, but anyway. So through here, like this is where all the goods would leave the train station, right? Yeah, how do I turn off the jetpack? I don't know. I don't know how to turn off the jetpack. Oh gosh. There we go. Yeah, so there's the output ports. They were going to come over here. I hadn't quite decided how to get them into this place yet. The warehouse. God, I'm forgetting the names I've even called things. That's terrible. Okay, let's go have a look at the roof of the warehouse, because in each of the 4 corners, I hadn't built that one yet, but in all 4 corners, I apparently hadn't built that one there either. In 2 of the corners, there are gangways that go up. Oh, apparently this isn't finished. Oh yeah, because I was going to connect it up to that. That's right, that's why there's no railing here. This took me so long to build, but I absolutely love it. Okay, all right. So over this way, you see I've got these catwalks up above as well. Yeah, how's that? and you know, balconies to view over things like the train station and the pipeline, and yeah, the fuel factory. That's where fuel and plastic and stuff's made. That's, yeah, you see, that's the secondary oil pipeline. The primary oil pipeline is over there, and it goes out to the ocean. But anyway, up here, we've got the, I can't remember what that is. I think it's like a radar tower. It lets you get stuff. Yep. And I was building up here. Yeah, so here's the what's this called? This is the hub? Yeah, this is the hub. Yeah, this is the hub. And what's this? Why did I have this up here? That was probably temporary. So my goal up here, you see these, like, this big section here, that big section there. These were built specifically to put the drone platforms on. So that was what was going to go up here, drone platforms. So, you know, never got around to that, but maybe one day. And I tried to come up with this really nice design aesthetic, and I tried to copy the design aesthetic across to the train station, and yeah, I put a lot of work into this. I was very, very happy with it. Yeah, jetpack. Okay. Oh, I think it's time to go have a look outside. I think it's time to go have a look outside at the main factory floor. Yeah. I spent some time in this world. I think I put about 200 hours into this world. Yes. And, yeah. I'll go over it in a little bit of detail for you. I don't want to make this video too long, but, you know, you gotta know what's going on here. Like, there's all of our, fuel oil generators. Is it fuel oil? Whatever it is. They're all the generators. Like I said, that's all of our oil processing that goes in tiers. We'll go over that in a second as well. Those things are just leftover from when I did have something going to them. That's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out sometime. Why is there a barrel of toxic waste there? I didn't put that there. Hang on. Why is this here? Uranium waste. Why have I got a barrel of uranium waste? Huh, okay, well, whatever. Anyway, so if you don't have a jetpack, the way you get in and out of the warehouse is here. I put way too much work into this place. Way too much work. I wanted it to look good, you know? I wanted it to be aesthetically pleasing. So we've got all these ways up and down. We've got, oh, why is that? Okay, I must have not I clearly didn't finish it. Oh, I didn't finish this bit either. Oh, right, yeah, because that's going to be for the elevators to take stuff up into the warehouse. Yeah. And, yes, so, very proud of this place. Very proud. Oh, there's going to be stairs there. There's going to be stairs there. So I think I've got the stairs over here. Where have the stairs gone? Okay, so there's some over here. Yeah, there they are. Yeah. I'm quite sure I had stairs everywhere. Also, all these trees have grown back since this is technically running in 1.0. Yeah, I never finished that either. I was going to have stairs inside there that go up to the train station. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind at all losing all this work, no. I do wonder though, I wonder if there's a way that I could keep all this and just hook everything back up to the new locations for mines and stuff. It's something worth looking into, I think, because I don't want to lose this place. Okay, so over here, when we get here, here is... Yeah, it has changed. Okay, here is some of my iron mine. Some of my iron mining. These are all Mark IIs? These are all Mark IIs? Yeah, they're all Mark IIs, and they're all absolutely maxed out. So, these feed iron into these belts, As you can see, I've tried my best to go with a saturation method, right? So, and this little box here is just for any extras that I might pick up so I can put them into the chain. So, absolute saturation method, because one belt, actually it's going to be different now that there's a higher tier of belts, but one belt can feed like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 or 6 smelters, and then the rest goes into overflow. I don't know if this is the best way to do this, but it's the way that I found worked in a way that just keeps these things running all the time. They are always outputting. Even when these output belts are empty, these are always producing. Always, always, always. They've always got enough iron ore. You can see we've also got a couple of iron mines here. And, hey buddy, there's also iron coming from elsewhere, isn't there? Yeah, over here. Yes. There's iron from over that way that feeds into here. Right, so that's all the iron plates being made there. This is all steel being made here, steel ingots. This needed work. This isn't fantastic, and it's very messy. It's very, very messy. This was kind of one of those things where I went, okay, well, that works, moving on, and I never revisited it, and I really should, because it's an absolute disgrace. But we're outputting, what are these? These are steel pipes, and we're outputting, what are these? These are steel beams, and we've got concrete coming from the concrete factory over there. The concrete and the steel beams meet here to make encased industrial steel beams. You can see it's been a while. It's been a while since I've played this. And the extra steel beams that don't get used in here, because I go with the saturation method, the extra steel beams go off down there. We'll go over that in a second. So I just want to backtrack a little bit. Also, these trees weren't here. None of this wildlife was here. I had destroyed the wildlife in this area. That tree wasn't there, but I kind of like it. I had removed all the wildlife from this area, as you might expect. Okay, let's just... Can I use the ladder? Well, yeah, you can use the ladder. Cool. Boop. So. Over here, we have our copper factory. I did intend to like build stuff over and around all of this to make it look like a pretty factory, but again, burnt out. So there's all the copper from somewhere in that direction coming in here, and we've got a bunch of copper. Yeah, there's a bunch more copper coming in from over that way somewhere. Also, I had removed all these gas things, but again, I guess everything's back. So, all the copper goes into these smelters. It is saturation method. So once the final one is full, it just kind of reroutes the copper all the way back to the beginning, so that all of the smelters have always got copper ore to work with. These are producing a lot of copper ingots, some of which are going up here to make copper wire. Yes, some of the copper wire goes down here to make, what are these making? Hang on, what are these making? These make copper, is it copper wire? Cable, they make cable. And we've got some of them that are just outputting the copper wire, and then we've got some of them that are making the copper wire into copper sheets. These all meet over here, but they also get split off. So I've got like a low priority section of them all going into the leg of the warehouse, so they could be stored up in the warehouse. But the primary output goes down here. That's right, I've also got concrete going up into the warehouse. Yeah. I was trying to find a way to neatly route all goods into the warehouse. I don't know if I do restart this, I don't know if I'm gonna do it that way. I might do it a little bit differently. Anyway, where's this wall gone? There was a wall here. Anyway, so there's meant to be a wall with a door like this, right? I was gonna fix all this up as well, make this all nice and neat. But again, didn't get around to it. So these all go underneath the factory floor because they're not actually needed until much deeper into the factory. And I didn't want to have them going up above everything or through everything. So I made them this little section underneath. So the copper wire goes off that way because it's needed over there. The other copper products go over here. So copper sheets then get split, and some of them go up there. The rest continue off down that way. We'll get to that in a second. There's just so much to cover. I don't know if it's worth going over the entire factory, I'll be honest, but we've got iron sheets over there. We've got, what are these? These are iron rods. We've got iron rods coming this way, and this way. We're making a whole lot of screws. Some of the screws go... This is so stupid. Oh my god, this factory is ridiculous. So we got some of the screws come over this way with iron plates that come along there. I forgot how complicated this was. And they make, what do they make? Iron plates. No, reinforced iron plates. Yeah. And then the reinforced iron plates and some of the rods come over here to make modular frames. Some of the modular frames and some of the steel beams, that's right, because we saw them go underground way over there somewhere. So they come up here to make... What are you making? You're making versatile frameworks. Oh, I never integrated that into the system. It just kind of terminates here. Okay, interesting. Right. Then we've got... Oh, yeah, copper wire... No, what's that? Oh, quick wire, that's right. There's a Caterian, whatever it is. There's a factory out there. So that comes to here with the copper sheets. Oh, again, this wasn't hooked up, but this makes AI limiters. Okay, so I hadn't integrated that either yet. Interesting. And then we've got copper sheets and plastic coming in here to make circuit boards. Goodness me. Holy crap, I'd forgotten how complicated this was. And then I've got, what are these? So we've got circuit boards, plastic sheets, just plastic, and cables. Oh, and something else. Oh, and screws. And screws feeding into these to make computers. Oh, wow. Wow. I clearly meant to expand that as well because there's platforms there. And then what's this? What are these? Oh my gosh. So computers and frames and circuit boards and something else. Oh, and automated wiring. Where's the automated wiring coming from? Over that way somewhere. Holy crap. And you're making... What are you making? You're making adaptive control units, which I've got going into an awesome sink? Why have I got them going into an awesome sink? Huh. Okay. Interesting. I don't know why I have them going into an awesome sink. And these ones as well. Huh. I'm sure I had a reason for that. And this as well. I think it was like one of those things where I'm going, okay, well, until I figure out modular engines, what's going into these? Holy crap. Man, I put a lot of time into this. Maybe it was while I was figuring out what to do with them next. I was like, well, I may as well be earning from them. Oh, that's right, because I wanted to stress test the rest of the factory. Because if the entire factory can continue running and outputting at maximum and keep these things running and those things running and that running, then I'm golden. That's right, it was to test the factory, make sure that it all could run without anything running out of goods. That's making stuff. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, there's some of the copper stuff, and there's some of the steel tubes, and oh my goodness. Just look at it all. Look at it. Oh my god. Okay. Oh yeah, this was my way of this was my, I don't know if this is actually a good way to do it, but this was my way of filtering the screws so that there was an even number of screws going into all 3 of these. That's right. That's right. Off just 2 feeds of screws. Yeah, 2 inputs of screws, splitting and merging it all so that all 3 of these have always got all the screws they need. Yeah, I was trying to split 2 into 3 evenly. That's a mess. That is an absolute mess. Okay, let's go look over there. Okay, again, these trees were not here. This is new. So I've got 1 Caterium mine. Is it Caterium? It is Caterium. Yeah. I've got, oh, there's no power lines over here, so I can't fly. Fine, whatever. So I've got 1 Caterium mine. Hey, I can fly again. That's out here on this little island. Oh, there's stuff over there now. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. So I've got 1 Caterium mine and 1 water pump. What's a water pump for? Don't know. 1 Caterium line, and I had it backing up into this. Yeah, just in case I ever needed the backup. Whee! And then that goes over into this stuff, which is making various Caterium things. Yes, there's quick wire. Is that all it's making? Is it just making quick wire? Yeah, I think it's literally all just making quick wire. That's interesting. Isn't there other stuff to make with Caterium? Oh, doesn't matter. I'll find that out later. So, oh yeah. There's our plastic output and our rubber output, and those go underneath here. Those go underneath there, and then they filter off back into the rest of the factory. Unauthorized hostility. Yeah, thanks. So these go down underneath all of our power generation, and they go along here. Man, I've forgotten all this. I forgot I built all this. Oh, dude. And then there's quick wire going that way and quick wire going this way, apparently. What's through here? Oh, okay. This is just a way for me to get back in the factory if I fall off that side of it, which happened a lot. I'm gonna be honest. There's the big old floodlights. Yes. Okay. Right. So our power production is quite significant. Quite significant. Because, I mean, look at all this. Look at all these power plants. They're taking a lot of fuel. Yeah, consumption is much lower than our production, which is great. And we have capacity for hire because I've got some batteries somewhere. And if I had the thingies, I could overclock these factories, these generators as well. And it's a really simple setup. It's just, how do you just turn off the, there we go. Whoops. It's just a pipeline of fuel. It's just a pipeline of fuel that feeds into every single one of them. But, of course, the pipeline is split in places because one pipeline can't supply every single one of them. So I've got multiple rows with multiple pipelines, and oh my gosh, these are my buffer tanks. Yep, cool. And they've got, plenty of fuel in them. I like having buffer tanks because then if the buffer tanks start getting a bit low or just start, not being full, then I know there's an issue behind them and I can resolve it before it becomes a problem and I run out of fuel to fuel all the generators. So that's why that's there. And this is... These are my biomass burners. These are my factory kickstarters in the event that I don't pay attention and I run out of fuel. These are my kickstarters. This was before you could automate filling them. Yeah, so I have each of these. Yeah, okay. I have each of these with some biomass standing by, some solid biofuel. So in the event that we run out of fuel, these things can kick in, or I can kick these on to kickstart the rest of the factory, you know. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing having to have bootstrapping. But yeah, wow, this is interesting. Don't know what I was doing here, but okay. What are you? What's this? This is heavy oil residue. Where's that going? Heavy oil residue goes up here, and then it's going over. Oh, hello. Open drop pod. Yeah, this one I've taken already. Yeah, but there's stuff here now. Nice. So, oh right, the heavy fuel oil goes into these. Heavy oil residue to make fuel as well. Right, you can turn the byproduct back into fuel. Is it literally just... Yeah, it's just that. Interesting. And then there's the output going to the rest of the fuel. What's this? Oh, another sink. Right. Because again, I wanted to make sure that this area doesn't back up and stop, because if this area stops, if we stop producing fuel, then the entire factory shuts down, right? And this stuff is this where I'm making the fuel? Yeah, this is where I'm making the fuel, and that's the polymer resin, which is a byproduct of the fuel. And I'm using, we're using some of the polymer resin to make rubber. Is that the only place we're using it? Yeah, that's currently the only place we're using it. What's this? What's this making? Oh, this one I'm just using straight crude oil to make rubber and heavy oil residue. I don't know why I was doing it that way, but anyway. Yeah, so the resin residue just goes straight into here, the excess does, so that this place doesn't back up. So these never stop producing fuel, so we always have fuel. Yes, that's right. And then these ones are making plastic and heavy oil residue. And then the heavy oil residue is getting turned back into fuel. Right. I don't know that I could do this again. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, here's our secondary pipeline. It's bolted to the side of this place because I really like how that looks. Can I get up here with the power I've got? Yes, I can. So this pipeline... Oh yeah, there's our coal generators. Are they still in commission? I don't know. I don't know if they're still actually running. They might be. They probably are as another little backup fuel generator. I mean, it may as well, right? May as well have all the power we can get. But they were my very first, like, proper power station. We got the water. Those taught me a lot about water pumps and stuff. Water, coal coming from over there. Bingo bango. And then the excess coal from there. Oh. Hello, hang on. The excess coal from there is apparently coming up here. Why did I do that? Why the heck did I do that? So the excess coal is apparently going this way. Huh. What did I need coal for up here? Oh, right. Right. My next goal... Also, these plants are new. I didn't deforest this area, and these plants weren't here. Interesting, they made this place a lot more lush. So the coal... Right. I was starting to figure out how to do aluminium. Right. Yeah, this was my little test setup for the aluminium, because of getting in the bauxite and water to make, what's this stuff? Alumina solution, and then the alumina solution goes in there to make aluminium scrap, and then the aluminium scrap was being smelted into aluminium ingots, and then the aluminium ingots... Why did I do that? Why did I mix the two? Anyway, I had some of them making casings. Why did I mix the two? Oh, I think that was just so I could start having them to do research and stuff. That's okay. That's fine. That makes sense. So that's interesting. And then over this way, it's just over to the other oil extraction. There's really nothing to see over there other than just oil extraction and pipelines. I love this view of the factory because it just sort of pales into insignificance. And you can see the headquarters there and, you know, the 2 walls of the train station that I built. So I suppose that's pretty much everything. Over there, literally everything I've built over there is just to produce those oscillators that train is bringing in. All of that is just to make those oscillators and bring them over. I'm sure there's other stuff over there that I needed, and I was planning to bring it over via train. That's as far as I got. That's as far as I got. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this video has gone on far longer than I had intended. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of my factory, of my wee little factory. Oh yeah, that's the concrete factory right there, by the way. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but just there is a tractor I've got that brings coal from over there, and it brings it to behind here, and it comes up those lifts for making the steel. How adorable. How adorable. But yeah, that's all my concrete factory production. There's a little, what is it? Whatever it is we extract to make concrete is there, and there's another one like, yeah, there-ish or something, and there's a bunch of belts that carry it all around that hillside, and then up underneath here. You can see that output just there. Oh, and just there. You know what? I'm going to try to save this save file. I've put too much work into this to lose this. I need to travel around and check that all the extractors I've built still work. Make sure they're all still in the same places. And then I think I'm actually going to keep this world. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. This video was brought to you by these very generous people. Thanks, guys.